As long as you're looking for a way to fix yourself, you'll never be happy. As long as you're looking for something outside of you to fulfill you, you'll never be happy. And as long as you don't know how to simply exist alone with yourself, you'll never be happy. Because if you're trying to cling to an identity of becoming a better person, like a richer person, more famous, or just more self-developed, the more you're going to feel the pain of never reaching it. The reason happiness has to come from within is because the nature of all things is empty. The emptiness you feel inside is not a bug. It's a feature of reality. This means that nothing can fulfill you because what you are is not something that can be filled. But paradoxically enough, to understand this is actually the path towards personal freedom and genuine confidence. To exist and to be happy is like art. Once an art piece is created, it doesn't try to change what it was meant to be. It doesn't do it for other people. It is just content in being itself. Only that your art piece is your life and it is still unfolding. And you have practical demands of life. You need to make money and care for yourself and your family, or you starve to death. So you can't just simply do nothing and expect your dream life to manifest. But then you also can't really ever have this dream life if you always are chasing a fantasy. So how do we get ourselves out of this mess? So in this video, I want to tell you what it means to be happy in the present moment, while still having motivation towards self-development and a better future. And doing so without falling into the traps of self-criticism, lack of confidence, and endless seeking for answers. This is the art of existing. If you look at what is happening around you, all you see is movement. Movement of particles and people. Movement of the earth spinning around the sun, one day after another. Even what you see as mountains is nothing but flowing matter. It's only our limited time frame that makes things appear as solid and permanent. There's nothing that can stop this movement. This constant change is what created millions of years of history and brought us to this very peculiar point in time, the present. But what role do you play in all of this? Was anything ever your choice? Do you own your identity, or is it all just a freak accident? For anything to fully be your choice, you would have to have chosen to be alive. And you can't remember anything before your birth, so it doesn't feel like a choice. Then also your life has become strongly determined by the culture you have been born in. The genes given by your parents determine most of what you've become, and beyond genes, your upbringing and friends have formed you. All these factors that give rise to this moment of time is just quite almost like a creation of a weird magic trick. And is there really a difference between the earth moving around the sun and you changing from a baby into an adult? You won't last forever on this ball of rock. And the mountains won't either. Everything runs towards entropy. This means that it self-destructs. It moves towards emptiness. Nothing stays ever how it was, because all has been conditioned by previous circumstances. It's all cause and effect. But if everything is movement caused by previous circumstances, and nothing stays where it was, how can there be an essence to anything at all? There can't be one true essence of you. No real way to put you into a box and say, this is all you ever will be, or all you ever have been. It's tempting to define yourself by your past, but your past doesn't exist anymore. Each memory, in a way, is a complete illusion. Like, try to show me your past now. It's all snapshots of memories long forgotten. And the memory doesn't really capture even 1% of what the experience was like. So when I say that everything is conditioned, I mean literally everything. This video is a product of my entire life. And the way this video reaches you is all your life choices that have led you here. And we both are a product of billions of years of evolution. Biological organisms that, thanks to their hands, have invented technology. And now we can communicate across the globe through invisible waveforms. The fact that any of this is even possible when looked with sober eyes is absolutely incredible. It's humbling. There can't be anything within you that is truly in control, because whatever would be in control is part of this endless chain of conditions. And this does not mean that there's no movement towards personal happiness and betterment. This seems to be the natural state of things too, to want to grow in the face of entropy. But it does mean that the time you spend beating yourself up for why you're not where you are supposed to be is pretty futile. Who decides where you're supposed to be? Whatever you say, clearly the universe disagrees. Looking back, you can't ever change what has happened. You can only feel what is happening now. To sense the emotions from the past that keep you stuck here in the present. Emotions are the natural movement within yourself. To be present is to let these emotions flow. To let unprocessed emotions flow through you is what it means to be present. This way you untangle yourself from them. You untangle yourself from the past or the past self so that you can actually now move towards the future. This ability to process what you're actually feeling in the moment and to be aware of this moment experience is the first key aspect of the art of existing. If you know how to do it right, you'll see that all that you ever wanted in life can truly be found now. And there's no need for the perfect wife or the perfect husband, the perfect career, or just this prospect of immortality. The moment you don't need these things anymore is the moment you become actually free of yourself. The beauty of it is that once you're free of yourself, you can pursue your dreams with lightness. It's not that you don't have to want anything anymore, but you don't need to depend on it. It is to surrender everything you desire and in return become everything that you always wanted to be. You just really are holding on to a version of yourself that isn't real. Whatever life gives you is simply borrowed, and one day it will be taken away. As long as you hold on to what has been borrowed, you will feel unhappy, which is also actually quite delusional. How could you win against time? The good news is that even the pain you felt is lent. And you can feel through it and return back this feeling of pain to the same emptiness. And in this way, existence is merciful. It does not trap you into anything. You're actually free. Free to always become something new. Reality does not put limitations on what you can or want to become. Its only limitation is that it can't ever have a limitation at all. You just need to believe that you are better than this. Not to become, but to see that you already are. The reason you feel empty is because reality is empty. Nothing can fulfill you because you were never there as something to be filled. It is all just causes and conditionings manifesting as this present moment experience of sensation. The only way you become fulfilled is by emptying out everything you think you are, or emptying out everything you wish you were. You become truly present and see that in your direct awareness, there can't be anything but this luminous presence. All causes and conditionings are clashing into your experience right now. You're not just a human having one human experience. You are literally the point where the entire universe has collapsed into becoming you. The fulfilled or the fulfillment that you're looking for is what happens when you stop looking for it. The beauty of the sunset can only be seen if you don't reach for the dawn. And to see the beauty that you've become is to stop searching for something that isn't you. It's okay to be human. It's okay to not know what is going on. It's okay to wander around and not have your life together. There's no one there to ultimately judge. The process of becoming has started a long time ago, and there's clearly no way it can be stopped. None of this is your fault. There's nobody there that is solid, unchanging, and permanent that can be faulted. So forgiveness is the natural movement of all things. The universe is a giant letting go. It forgives and forgets everything. And in the same vein, it embraces everything. The beauty of letting go is the same beauty of acceptance. When you remove the solid identity from the equation, you can see that the universe already does accept itself. It is incapable of not accepting. Because it is. Its nature is so free from all ideas of permanence that it simply allows itself to flow freely. The art of existence is the flow between the paradox of constantly becoming and constantly dying. And you can find yourself exactly in this paradox. Everything keeps changing, yet the rest of you stays the same. It's all you. An impersonal presence. When you're able to let go and you put it all into this perspective, then there's really no point to striving at all. There's no point of becoming so obsessed about having to understand everything or trying to be this idealized version of yourself. Now, having said all that, none of this takes away your responsibilities. You might want to say, if all is perfect, Kleiko, then why do anything at all? Can't I just do nothing all day and then let the world rot? Yes, you're free to do that. Factually, it's the case that you as a human can do that. Nothing is stopping you. It's in your power as a human to waste your life away. It is your choice to make. If this is what you wish, there's nothing limiting you from doing this but yourself. In fact, Buddhist monks go meditate all life in the mountains, and they don't seem to be concerned about politics or their personal success. But you don't want to waste your life, do you? The real reason you might have had this thought is because you are afraid of the true freedom that you have when you let go of your identity. To truly not be bound by anything makes it so that you can actually shape the life that you want. And it makes you give a sense of real responsibility. Not about what society has told you, not because of what your parents have told you, and also not because of what your partner has told you. But for you to know in which direction you want to take your life, where you want your movement to flow towards. When unbound by your identity and present with your feelings, you're actually able to carve your own path. And you can choose how these causes and conditionings will move towards the future. You are a crucial component in all of this play. And clearly, in many people's lives. You are a real aspect of this never-changing movement. Ever-changing movement. So removed from all noise of social media and social expectations, removed from your mind trying to construct a story about your self-worth, what is left is simply more movement towards your personal happiness. And you'll see that this movement happens quite natural. And when you let go to cling to this potential future ideal, well, then you find yourself happy in the moment, moving into the right direction. And it's guiding you towards what your soul really wishes to do. It's not meant to be a strive. It's not meant to be a struggle uphill. You've always everything that you need. It's always there. Your life is an expression of yourself. It's a piece of art. You are already complete. To talk to other introspective people who are finding their path in life, click on the link in the description.